Hey guys, welcome back to day 10 of Vlogmas. We have finally made it. I just wanted to come on here and just talk to you guys a little bit about my experience with Vlogmas this last season in 2018, and then go back and compare it to 2017. But real quick, before I get into that, I did want to remind you guys that we are doing our Vlogmas Trivia Twist Challenge. So stay tuned to the end if you need the Disney Christmas Trivia question so you can continue to add to your points. If you haven't heard about that yet, I'll link our video up here so you can get informed and get on the comment section at the end of every Vlogmas video so you can start getting points too to win the grand prize, which will be announced tomorrow during our Disney Talk Tuesday. Alright, so here's what's going to be in this video. Do you feel like giving up? Are you a creator, a content creator that feels like giving up right now? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, my hope is that you will continue with forward motion to do what you were created to do. Alright guys, so I did finally make it to day 10. I'm so excited. What I wanted to share with you guys is that last year for Vlogmas 2017, I only made it to day 8. So I am excited to share that I have finally beat myself from last year. I made it to day 10, and in no way am I going to stop right now. I am in forward motion. I am not looking back. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep grinding. And I forgot to turn on my Christmas tree. Give me 1 minute. This is a perfect segue. Let's talk about failures. Okay, this isn't part of my little script here, because I have a little script here that I'm trying to keep to an outline of what this video is going to be about. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about failures and forget about my script for a hot minute. I've been reading this book. It's called Failing Forward by John Maxwell. Really good book. Fair warning. When I talk about books, it means that I've only read the first 3 chapters. They are great 3 chapters, let me tell you. But seriously, life-changing 3 chapters. I will eventually end it like in 2 years. But for now, I just want to say how impactful those first 3 chapters have been. Honestly. Let me share a quote from you from Failing Forward. When we give ourselves permission to fail, we at the same time give ourselves permission to excel. I think that's awesome. I needed that word for sure. After last year when I failed Vlogmas on day 8, I was like, I can't believe I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it. I felt so down. I felt so discouraged. So, like you take on a challenge and you're not able to do it. But you know what? This year, I was like, you know what? I failed last year, but I'm going to fail forward. I'm going to take that failure and challenge it again and say, I'm going to beat you this time. And let me tell you, Vlogmas 2018, I'm coming for you. Coming for you. On a real note, though, we can't let failures stop us. And we can't let failures get to us. We need to see things as something that we failed at, but not that we are ourselves failures. We can't take that on personally. So we have to take failures and say, all right, well, that didn't work out, and move forward and try again and motivate ourselves to do better. And honestly, one of the things I wanted to talk about is something that I heard during a teaching not too long ago. Well, I guess now it's been a couple of years, but it's called the snare of compare. Now, let me tell you a little bit about snare of compare, and specifically in our YouTube arena. The snare of compare is that your joy is sucked out of whatever you're doing the minute you start comparing yourself to someone else in your arena, in your realm, in your situation. So in this situation, if I take my Vlogmas series and compare it to someone who's in the 30,000, 40,000, or 50,000 subscribers, what good is that going to do to my soul? What good is that going to do to my motivation? It's just going to deflate me. The best thing you can do is stay focused on your journey and beat yourself. Don't worry about everyone else near you. Don't worry about the person that just started a month ago and is already ahead of you. Don't worry about the person that is gonna start the exact same video series that you're doing. You do you. Do what you were called to do. One of the quotes in the book also says that God uses people who fail. because there aren't any other kind. Amen, dude. We all fail. Let's be honest. We all have moments where we fail. What we need to do and what makes us different are the ones that fail and stay there. We have to fail and move forward with it. Take that failure and keep at it. Keep grinding. Keep going. Find your inner motivation. Find your inner voice. Find your strength and go at it. Don't give up. Don't give up. It is not time to give up. It is time to press forward. Right now, this message is for anyone really, but I'm specifically talking to the content creator who is doing Vlogmas. Y'all, we made it to day 10. We have 15 more days to go. Don't give up yet. It's hard. It's difficult. I have mad props for those who do vlogging, daily vlogging, on a daily basis, not just during the month of December. Mad props to all of you. Honestly, this has been hard. And it's only day 10. And I'm not stopping it. I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. And I don't want you to give up either. Keep at it. Keep grinding. The other thing that I want to talk about in taking on this Vlogmas challenge is that really my motivation behind doing this is to inspire myself into creating content that is completed. What I mean by that is I don't want to focus so much on perfection. I want to focus on completion. And I feel that for a while there, I had a really hard time getting vlogs out because I was focusing too much on perfection instead of completion. And the reality is in this world, y'all, if we focus too much on perfection, we're going to miss out on a lot. So the reason I wanted to do Vlogmas is to inspire creativity again, to teach me to push through every day. Despite how good or bad I may think a video it is, it's completed, it's done. We're moving forward or going to the next thing. Whatever I produce is out there. Now we're moving on to the next thing. And that's the challenge that I needed really in this season, is something to say, a goal to say, listen, this is the goal. This is why we're doing it. We're going to push through. Go. The next thing I want you to focus on is focus on what you can do. I'm going to share a picture with you guys of what my setup looks like right now because I think it's hilarious. All right. So here's the picture. I have my tripod, put my little phone on my little tripod because I take my videos with my phone. That's what I use. I don't have a fancy camera. I just use my phone. Then I have this awesome little Christmas box where I hook my microphone up to, because I don't have fancy microphones that hang up on top and that, can really hear me well. So I get this mailbox and I put it real close to me so it can hear me well. And then I have my script on a whiteboard on a basketball hoop. My son's basketball hoop, my 3-year-old's basketball hoop. It holds it perfectly. We're not fancy around here, y'all. We do what we can with what we have. Don't let that be an excuse. Don't let not having the fancy equipment, not having the great stuff, the best kind, and, not having all the things keep you from producing content. Don't let that stunt you from being creative and from being inspirational and from doing what you are being called to do right now. Don't let that stop you. No excuses, all right? Whatever you have on you at hand right now, use that and produce. Go. No excuses. If you're on my channel right now, it is more than likely that you are yourself a Disney fan. And if you're not, you should be. Walt Disney himself, at the age of 22, was a man that knew failure. Walt Disney, at the age of 22, was fired from a Missouri newspaper. Get this, for not being creative enough. Walt Disney, the man who made the House of Mouse, was fired for not being creative enough. You guys, what if he took that as a failure and said, I'm not creative, and just stopped there and got whatever type of job that would have made money and would have given him a nice life and moved on with his life? Like, what if he would have heard the critics' voices that said, dude, you're not creative. You ain't got nothing to offer this world. Could you imagine? We wouldn't have Walt Disney World. He took that failure and he moved forward. He pushed through with that. We ought to do the same. An overview. What I want you guys to take away from this video. Focus on your own journey. On completion and not perfection. And on what you can do. Don't focus on what you can't do. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you can do. As always, you guys, remember, Life is a prize. Live every minute. Today's Disney Christmas trivia question is, when is the last date of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party? Make sure you leave your answers down in the comments below. You will get points accordingly. The first 10 people to answer correctly will get points. Now, those who may not know, here's a hint. The very last day that Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is actually the same day as my birthday. So if you know my birthday, you'll be able to answer this. And if you don't, you'll find out very soon. All right, guys, till next time.